the frog. Sadie, give me that froggy. Give me that froggy. Sadie. Go get your froggy. What are you doing? Oh, don't do that. Sadie, that's not very ladylike. Don't do that on camera. You want a treat? Want a treat?
Come on. Let's get a treat.
Go get a treat. Hello everybody, it's Wendy, and today we are going to make a really pretty necklace using products from the September 2021 Bargain Bead Box. So if you are not familiar with Bargain Bead Box, it is a monthly beading subscription service. You pay $17.98 and they deliver about $60 to $70 worth of product to your door. Right now, I believe there is a waiting list. I have heard that. I don't work for Bargain Bead Box, so I don't know for sure. But it would be something great if you're interested in it to definitely get on the waiting list, because I think the spots go pretty quickly. So if you're interested, I will have a link in the description box below, as well as a coupon code for $2 off of your first box. Now, when you subscribe, they give you a 30% off coupon to use in their sister store, and you can use that over and over all month long. If you do not want to subscribe, but you would like to shop in their sister store, you can still use the coupon code Wendy2 for $2 off, but you can only use that one time for one or the other, so just keep that in mind. All right, so as you guys know, I've been doing a little card at the beginning of every video, and I bought some of these cards. There were scripture ones, there were kindness ones, and these were love ones. And they were just, you know, I've been setting them around the house to make Chris feel kind of special and loved. And this one I thought was so funny. It says, "Thanks for loving me even when I'm hangry." And I thought that the hippo was so cute, and I like totally identify with him. That way he's feeling, I get it. So anyway, I thought that was a good little chuckle for today. So if you're interested in making this necklace, here's what you're going to need. You're going to need, now these are from my own stash. These are just some little turquoise blue rondelles. I wanted to add in, I don't know what that yellow thing, I think it's wax from my, it's beeswax from my, my crystals that I use to pick up my crystals with, but let's get that off of there. Beeswax. And there's E6000 on here too. So this little cup needs a bath. But anyway, it's some little blue rondelles, turquoise rondelles. Now these are the carnelian beads from the box this month. You're going to need some of those. You are going to need some 2-inch eye pins. You're going to need the little magma colored bicones from the box this month. And you're going to need some of the faux turquoise beads from the box this month. Okay, so those are your beads. You're going to need this pendant piece from the box this month. You are going to need all of the chain. Now this is 34 inches of the chain, okay? And we're going to be using all of it. You're going to need some little jump rings. These are 4mm oval jump rings. You're going to need your jewelry tools, and you're going to need some chain. So if you can see over here on the side, I don't want to move it too much because I don't want it to. So I have taken chain, and I've taken my longest piece here in the middle, and then I've cut, this is just chain from my own stash, okay, all different ones. And I've cut pieces to make this V shape. Now the way I did this is I took a piece of wire, just a long piece of wire. I put this one in the middle, and then I hung the others on and cut them to, you know, to the lengths I needed to make this V shape. So you kind of have to do this your own creative control depending on how long you want your tassel to be. But my shortest piece here is about 1/2 inch. And my longest piece in the middle is about 2.5 inches. Okay, and then I have just cut a bunch of other pieces, different lengths, but to make this V shape. And I've got 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19 pieces of chain here. Okay, so this is going to make our tassel. All right, so go ahead and do that. If you haven't, go ahead and do that. Make your tassel chain and come on back. So once you get your tassel chain made, we're going to hang them on an eye pin. So you're just going to pick up the top link of each piece that you've got going here. I'm just picking up the top link, grabbing the top link of each piece on my eye pin. And this is going to create a really cute tassel. If I can get these pieces picked up. Come on now. So this is like the 5th time I've tried to film this tutorial today. And every time I try to do it, things go wrong. So normally I don't edit out my mistakes, but these were like fatal mistakes. I mean, so bad that my video was like terrible. So I edited them, or I just started over. This is like the 5th take, literally. I wish I had one of those little director casting things. Take 5. I would totally put it out here. Okay, so once you pick up all your pieces, you should have a tassel that looks similar to that. Okay. Now, let's just lay this down here a second. Now, we're going to make our piece, be very careful, but just lay that aside for a minute. We're going to make our piece here that's going to be our focal on the bottom. So, the way we're going to do this is I'm going to take, let's see, I'm going to do a magma bicone, a turquoise rondelle, one of these, nope, I'm going to do this one first. The turquoise rondelle, then this little, or turquoise, faux turquoise bead, then this little turquoise rondelle. Then I'm going to do a carnelian bead, the little turquoise rondelle, the faux turquoise bead, and my magma bicone on the end. Okay, whoops, and I forgot to put my piece in here, didn't I? Yeah. Sorry, guys. Carnelian bead. This goes in here. I'm not going to have enough room. I'm going to take this one off. I'm trying to remember how I did it before. I had this, like I said, I filmed this like 10 times, so I think I just left the carnelian bead out. Okay, here we go. Yeah, there we go. I think that's what we need. Okay, now, when you make this other loop, you do not want this to be too tight. You're going to need room between 2 of your beads to hang your tassel piece behind it, okay? So leave a little space, just a little movement space in here for your tassel piece to hang, and go ahead and just make your loop. Yeah, it's going to be really important that you leave room for that tassel. Okay, so this is what we have. All right, now we're going to take our tassel piece, and this is where it gets a little fiddly, but we can do it. Okay, so we're going to take the tassel piece and we're going to use these loops and jump rings to hang it behind this. I want it to hang down behind this piece. Okay, so I'm going to line this up pretty much. I want this to come in just a tad. So if you can see, I want the loop to sit between the orange and the blue bead on both sides. So I'm going to make a loop on this side. Okay, let me look and make sure. You want to line this up pretty closely. So this loop will go there. Yeah, I think that's going to work. Cut this off. Let's make this loop. Okay. So if you look now, we've got our 2 little loops. We need these loops to be facing up. Okay, right now they're flat. I need them to be facing up. See how they're flat? So I'm just going to take my plier like this, and I'm just going to bend it straight up. Okay, oops, I'm sorry. I guess I didn't do that on the screen. I'll do it again on the other side. So I'm going to take my plier. See how this loop is flat? I'm just going to bend it straight up, just like that. So now I have like a little U-shaped thing going on here, just like that. Okay? Now, we're going to take 2 jump rings and we're going to hook them onto this piece right here. So I'm going to take this jump ring and I'm just going to close it up really good. Okay. And I'm going to do one more. I'm going to do 1 on or 2 on each side. So one over here, one over there, one over here. And then one more on each side. And we're going to hang these jump rings. You can do this now. Grab your second jump ring there. We're going to come behind here and we're going to hang this jump ring between the orange and the blue, the orange and the turquoise bead right here. And you want to make sure that you get this closed up really good. Okay? Just like that. Now, I know this is a little fiddly. It's going to look cute though when we're ready. Okay, we're going to take our other jump ring. We're going to catch the one that we just put on. And we're going to hang these two, or this one as well, between the orange and the blue bead. And this one's a little harder to get on there just because you've got tension a little bit where you have the other one on already. So just play around with it. It will go. You may have to open it up a little bit further. There we go. Okay. And close this one up. Okay. So now you've got a little pendant piece with a tassel hanging behind it, just like that. Okay. So now we're going to set this down here and make sure that your little rings are hanging correctly. I don't know why that one's kind of, why is that one acting weird? I don't know. Okay, it's all right. Like, why are you acting strange? It'll hang right when we get it on the pieces here. Okay, so we're going to take, we're not going to need our jump rings anymore. You can get rid of those. We're going to take our chain. Now, you will not need a clasp for this unless you just want one. And if you want a clasp, by all means, cut your chain and make a clasp. But I'm making this to where it's just going to go right over my head. Okay? And I'm going to take my chain and I'm going to hook it on to each of these little side, these little ends of the links, the loops here on the ends of the links. So do I want to do this with a jump ring? I think actually, I said you wouldn't need them anymore. I'm so sorry. I think I'm actually going to hook this on with a jump ring because I think it'll just make it lay better. And then you won't need your jump rings anymore. I'm sorry. All right, so I'm just going to catch this and hook it on with a jump ring. Okay, just close it up really good. There it is. I like these little oval jump rings. I think they're really, really cute. They're tiny, but they also, I like the way that they hang, the way they're oriented when you hang something from them. I think they're more secure than a regular jump ring because the cut is in the middle and gravity pulls the bottom where there is no cut. So like a regular jump ring, it's going to hang with the cut at the bottom or the top, where this one, the cut is always going to be kind of in the middle. So even if it would come open, you're less likely to lose your, to lose your piece right away before you could get it fixed because this cut is kind of in the middle. So I like the oval jump rings for that reason. There we go. It took me forever to get that closed, didn't it? All right, so here's what we've got. We have got our little pendant piece, just like this, with our little tassel hooked onto our chain, okay? Now, we're going to make a bunch of things. We're going to make a bunch of little connectors. See these? We're going to make a bunch of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is what I've got, and I'm going to do, I think, 2 more. So, let's see, we need 1 carnelian bead. So grab your jump rings, or your, goodness, grab your eye pins. I'm so sorry, I keep saying the wrong thing today. And we're going to make 2 more of these. So I'm doing a magma bicone, a turquoise bead, a little aqua rondelle, a carnelian bead, an aqua rondelle, a turquoise bead, and a magma bicone. Okay, so here's what you should have. Okay, and then I'm going to make a little loop, just like the other ones. We're just making a little connector. So bend it 90 degrees, cut it off, and roll your loop back. Just like that. I'm just going to make 1 more. I don't know that I'll need all these, but I think I might. So I'm going to do 1 more just so you can see it again too. So there's this one, our little aqua guy, our carnelian bead, little aqua rondelle again. Okay, turquoise bead and a bicone. And again, just make a loop. All right, so there's what we've got. Let's get these out of the way. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8 of these. Let me zoom out just a bit. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to straighten this out. You want your chains on either side to be very even. It's going to be important. So you want to make sure that their lengths are matching up correctly. Now, I am going, so this first one is on the very bottom rung of this chain, okay? I'm going to skip the small link. So we're on the big link. I'm going to skip the small link, and I'm going to attach this to the next big link, just with its little connectors, or its little loops here. I'm not using jump rings or anything, okay? So I'm just going to open this up. I am going to find the big loop that I wanted to connect it to, and I'm just going to connect it right through and close it back. Make sure these are closed really good, because they will slide out if they're not. Same thing on the other side. I'm going to open this up. Okay, make sure I do this right now. I'm skipping the little one and going through the next big one. That's this one right here. Just going to catch it there and close it up. Make sure it's closed, that your chain cannot slide out of there. Okay. So there is our first little ladder. This is called a ladder necklace. Okay. Now, I can decide where I want my next one to go. I don't want them super, I mean, I don't want them sitting right on top of each other, but I do kind of want them. So let's see here. It's going through this big one. I'm going to skip the small one, skip this big one, and go through the next small one, I think. And I think I'll probably do that the whole rest of the way up. So let's open this up. So I'm in this big one here. I'm going to skip the small one and the big one and go through the next small link on my Figaro chain. Just like that. Close it up. My pliers are squeaky a little bit. I don't know why. They need oil, I guess. And same on the other side. Open this up. Okay, so we're in this big one. We're going to skip the small, the big, and go through the next small. Let's see. We're in that big one. Small, big, small. Can't seem to. There we go. Right here. And you'll be able to tell, like if you get it through the wrong one, it will not line up. It'll look weird. You'll be able to tell immediately. I've done it. Okay, so there's our next one. Okay, and we're just going to do this all the way up the chain, adding on these links. So I'm in this small one. I'm gonna skip the big, the small, and go through. Do I want to go through the next big, or I'm in the small one? Yeah, I'm gonna skip the big, the small, the big, and go through the next small. And I will probably continue that. Yeah. You want them to be spaced evenly. I don't really want mine right on top of each other, but you can definitely put them like to where they're touching if you want to. I just don't want to. I want them to kind of be spaced out a little bit. All right, so big, small, big, going through this next small right here. I never get this other end open wide enough to get them on there very well. There we go. It is a little fiddly, but you just have to kind of have patience and work with it. Okay. There's our next ladder rung. Okay, so I'm going to do that again. I'm in the small. I'm going to skip big, small, big, and go into the next small. And I'm going to do that. It's totally up to your own creative control how far up you want to go. I want to be able to just put this over my head, so I don't want to go up so far that I can't get it over my head. So I'll have to just kind of play around with it and see. Like after I get this one on, I may just try it on and see, you know, how it looks on me and where, if I want, you know, the ladder to go even farther up. But you can make the ladder as far up as you want. If you want to put a clasp on it and not have to worry about stopping the ladder, you know, in order to be able to get it over your head, you can do that. It's totally up to you. So I'm just continuing on. So let me put this one on and then I'll check it. We'll see where it's at. Okay, so I got that one on. All right, let me try it on now. So it definitely goes over my head with no problem. Yeah, I want the ladder to come up a little bit more on me. So I'll probably do at least three more, maybe. So go ahead and put them on, you know, go up your ladder as far as you want, and then come right on back. Okay guys, so I've got all of my components on there. I actually made another one because I wanted the ladder to go up a little longer than it did. So I ended up with, see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 of these going up the middle. So and you're done if you, unless you decided to put a clasp on, and if you do, go ahead and do that. But if you didn't put a clasp on, if you're just going to leave it like mine is, where you can just put it on over your head, then you're finished. So let me go ahead and put this on a form, and I will be right back and show it to you. Okay, so here is our finished necklace. I love this. I really, really like the way this turned out. I think it's going to be so cute to wear. It is long, you know, like this part I've got pinned in the back, obviously, so you can see this part of it. But I like it really long. Yeah, it just turned out really cute, I think. So it's a ladder necklace. Here's our tassel that we made. And then all of our little rungs up the ladder. And then you go back to the end back there, and you don't even have to use a clasp. And yeah, I really like this one. I think it turned out great. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and make sure you ring the bell when you subscribe so you'll be notified when I upload, because I will be uploading a lot of Bargain Bead Box stuff. And if you're interested again in signing up for Bargain Bead Box, I'll have a link in the description box below this video. So have a great rest of the day, guys. I will see you in the next video. Bye.